will literally show you the career that you've been wanting to see.
It is time to experience the nooks and crannies of Korea as with your own 2 feet on
K-Patch
with Jennifer.
It's a Monday. It may be rainy, hot and humid in Korea, but we'll blow those cobwebs away with Jen in the studio to show us Korea. Even though we're a radio station, video radio is a big deal. Ian Chong says, good morning, Jen from Korea. That's your YouTube handle, right?
That's right. Good morning, everyone.
I think Ian is a subscriber. If you haven't gone over and subscribed, please do so. You can see some of the videos she brings into us with more detail on there as well, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. How are you doing, Jen? You're looking nice and you camouflage with the table very well.
Oh, it does, isn't it? I didn't intend it, but yeah, I love orange.
Orange is my favorite color.
Really?
Since a child, I didn't want to be blue or red, which was most of the people. I was like, orange. And since then, I love the Netherlands. Do you know their football kit is orange? So that's why I like it, because it's orange.
That's a lovely reason to love the color.
Yes. Have you had a good week since we saw you last, Jen?
Well, I had a pretty busy family time last week, which was nice. And I happened to visit Ulsan.
Ulsan? Wait.
Have you been there?
I went for a football tournament like years ago, so I didn't get to do much like sightseeing. We just played next to some like Chon, little stream or river.
Do you mean soccer?
Yeah. Yeah, not American football. I can't play that.
Always confusing.
But I know, because
Yes.
we've mentioned it on the show a few times, Ulsan is famous for whales, right, in the past.
Exactly. Actually, I was so happy to see the hashtag today.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, we really didn't know, right?
Yes.
Ulsan is known to be popular city of whale.
City of
all
whales.
about whale. I'm not... it's not stressing. It's really, there's a whale village.
What?
And yeah, it's called 장생포 Whale Culture Village.
Wow.
So you can see a lot of art projects drawn on the
You've
walls.
sent in some photos here.
Yeah, I just found it online, but you can see many more.
Wow. So, because Ulsan is on the coast, on the southeast coast, like above Busan, right? And so it's famous for whales because there used to be whales in the waters there a lot, right?
From very long time ago. So that is why it's also worth to check out 반구대 암각화.
What's that?
Petroglyphs in English?
Oh, is this like carvings into the rock?
Exactly. Carved like before prehistoric era.
What, in Korea this is?
In Korea.
Wow,
And
that's amazing.
As you can see, there are many species of whales, not just one whale.
It does look like different drawings, yeah.
Yeah, there are whales with different patterns, different sizes. During that era, before the history all happened.
That's unbelievable. I didn't know we had those kind of things in Korea. It's famous from places like caves in France and stuff, but
Yeah.
I'm going to have to check that out. That's in Ulsan.
That's all in Ulsan. And 고래고기, the meat, is also very famous in 장생포. So you can easily find 고래 meat restaurants in the spot.
We must stress that they are hunted legally. So I think that whales that you catch for scientific purposes, and you can only catch a few, I think there's a limit on that, you can then make use of the meat to eat. But it's not a very common dish to find in other parts of Korea. But in Ulsan, it's like a delicacy, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Have you ever
It's
tried
like
it?
Ulsan's thing. I did.
What's it taste like? I'm a bit curious.
Well, it tastes more stuffy, if that's right to say. 텁텁하다.
Oh, okay. Maybe
Thick and not that smooth.
Oh,
So
I
it didn't
see.
really fit with my taste.
That doesn't sound great, to be
But-
honest.
Yes, but I'm from Daegu actually, and one of the dishes that we used to have for the rituals is 고래고기.
Oh,
So people
really?
used to have it on a very celebrative family event.
Oh, I see.
And
Wow.
they get that from my family also bought 고래 meat, whale meat from Ulsan because it's like 1 hour and a half away from Daegu City.
Yeah, our producer is saying whale steak is really
Exactly.
chewy and not very tasty.
Very chewy.
But I have seen it in restaurants down in Ulsan, and my mum's friend used to run a place which was for portion, so that's to like revitalize your
Yeah.
health. They say it's got good properties. But as we've been saying throughout the show, We're all about the protection of whales. It's not like Korea goes out and hunts loads of whales.
Things have changed a lot.
Yes.
I mean, we're talking about prehistoric era, about the 방구대 암각화. So,
of course, yeah. And now there aren't so many whales, unfortunately. One time, we need to do a video of Ulsan with you, if that's where some of your family lives as well, Jen. That would be good.
Well, actually, I have shoot some important spot in Ulsan that's going to come up in 2 weeks.
I'm looking
so
forward
check
to it. Okie dokie. But for today, we're going somewhere much closer than Ulsan. Because how long does it take to get to Ulsan from here?
Ulsan from Seoul. Well, I'm living in the east side, and it took like 5 hours.
Oh, goodness. It's quite far.
That's why the toys that you gave me last week, that really saved us because we were with my kid in the car.
Fantastic.
And yeah.
He wasn't bored thanks to
the toys.
The leftover toys from our move. I'm glad he appreciated them. Well, this place, he shouldn't get so bored because Gwang Myeong, from here, I reckon without traffic, you can get there in about 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
It depends on where you live, but if you live in Gangnam area, definitely it wouldn't take longer than 1 hour.
Okie dokie. So we're going to a cave.
Cave. Have you been to a cave?
I've been to 광명동굴 about 3 or 4 times.
Oh, 4 times?
Because it's close to our house. We live right next to the Gangnam
you may know better than me then.
Well, I didn't take any good videos though, so you can beat me on that side of things. So you went recently, Jen.
Yeah.
And the reason we're doing this, I guess, is because it's summertime.
Exactly. So usually in summer vacation season, people head to the seaside, which is also nice. But cave, you will be amazed how cool it gets as you enter the entrance.
Yeah, even if it's like, mid-30s as it has been these days. You must have filmed this, in the past week or 2 weeks, right? Was it a massive difference?
It was a massive difference. And I actually thought instead of me just telling you how much the temperature dropped, it would be fun to give you a mini quiz. Can you guess how much it can drop?
Okay, listeners as well, send in your guesses. I'm going to say 35 degrees outside, there or thereabouts. Inside the cave, I've been there 4 times, so I'm kind of cheating, I think. But if it's 35 degrees outside...
37, for your information.
Goodness, that is awful.
37.
Okay, we are going to show you the answer in the video. Okay, and I will write down my guess, so I'm not cheating, Jen. I reckon inside the cave it's about this temperature.
Oh.
Okay, and we will see the answer. So we're going to watch you going from outside into the cave. Let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
Is that a thermometer?
Yes, I was standing right in front of the entrance.
37?
37 Celsius.
Do you always carry around a thermometer?
Just for that day. And as I entered the entrance, I could instantly feel the cool air.
Well, this doesn't look like the cave. It looks like almost an exhibition.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is how it drops.
17. Look, what did I write?
17 degrees, so 20 Celsius down. Almost close.
Wow.
18 Celsius.
Okay. And look at those
and I
beautiful
felt
lights.
like being in the middle of the universe. They had this twinkling LED lights that blended so well with the lake. That's a natural lake.
That's the water.
And also, you might want to check out the Aqua aquarium.
That's amazing.
the first Korean aquarium in the cave. And also, there were art collections with the theme of a light. That was really pleasing and beautiful.
In the dark cave,
In the dark cave. And this is another road called Golden Road because it used to be an important spot for gold mining.
That's why they used to have this cave, right?
Yes.
To mine gold.
And these are the people's wishing written on it. And you might want to bend a little bit because it's very narrow and low.
A bit of spooky skeleton projections as well to get you going.
Yeah, they had this art contest like a couple of years ago, and that was one that won the award in 2016.
And so it's projected on there continuously.
Yeah, continuously.
You can see from this cave that it's not like a totally natural one. They've made it so it's like convenient for people inside.
Yeah, exactly. So I've been to other caves like Manjanggul in Jeju Island, which is known to be the longest cave in Korea. So we have a couple of caves in Korea, but I would say, as you just said, this is much more kind of customized or has a lot of themes.
Visitor
of art
friendly,
collections,
I think.
exactly, and eco-friendly, kids-friendly with aquariums.
Yeah, I think so as well, because for people who don't like caves, there are some, my mum is one of them, really get claustrophobic in them.
Oh.
But because it's nicely lit and there's like paths for you to walk on, it's not like you're walking on the rocks or anything like
No.
that. And you could see the entrance. Jen, I must have been there before they done that. The entrance is like completely man-made now, like the walls and stuff, like with the
Yeah.
pictures. When I
Was
went
it different?
I thought the entrance was just like the cave that had been made by a man, but it was still like rocks and stuff.
More natural.
But does that go
And
in
rough.
quite far? The like
Quite
man-made.
far, yeah.
Oh, I see. And then you've got like the cave itself you walk into. Siska saying, "Oh, is this a real cave or an artificial one?" Anyway, so nice inside with all the lights and projections. When I was in Manjangul Cave, it's just a natural one, and the temperature inside was so cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Jen alluded to, and Alex, a couple of weeks ago, he brought this in for What's Up Weekend. They're doing some kind of exhibition. It's a cave that was used for mining, so I'm not sure how natural it is, right? I think a lot of it has been man-made and like exploded and mined by people.
Yeah, and you have to know that this cave was open pretty recently in 2012.
Oh.
So until then, it was closed for a very long time, between 1972 to 2010.
Oh, wow.
Because it was used just as a storage to store shrimps. Really? For the local people.
That's what they were using this space for.
For that long time.
I mean,
and
shrimp is nice, but what a waste.
But now they have this spot for wines storage,
Yeah.
which you're going to check it out in the video number 2.
Fantastic.
But I don't know. For me, I love nature, and if you see it with your own eyes, it's much less artificial because
Yeah.
I brought the spot that is very twinkling for better image for the camera, to be honest. But there were many more places like lakes and ponds and streams as well.
Yeah,
That
in
was
the cave.
so natural.
Yeah, to be honest, that's a very good point. Like, if you want to make it look impactful on the video, you need all those shiny things.
Yeah, because it was so dark.
Absolutely. And you can see
Yeah.
the stairways as well. They're made very well, so it's very safe as well. That's what I love about this cave.
Right.
We'll get to part 2 after a track from Hwang Chi-yeol and Seulgi featuring Casey, Our Story, 남녀의 온도차. We're back for part 2 of K-Patch with Jen in the studio, and we've taken you and we're going to continue to show you 광명동굴 or Gwang Cave. Gwangmyeong is just like southwest of Seoul, close to like Kurogu and Kwanakgu. It's almost adjoining to them. And as we said, from where we are in Arirang, if there's no traffic, you can get there in like half an hour. But from other parts of Seoul, maybe take you up to an hour, depending.
Yeah, it really depends on when you go. If you go on a weekend, things would get really different.
This is true.
Very different.
You'll be stuck in traffic for a long time. And if you kind of look at it from like Seocho or Songpa-gu in Seoul, which is south,
Yeah.
it's kind of in the middle of Incheon and that area if you drove. We got lots of messages from our listeners. Rao saying, wow, that's so pretty, but 17 degrees might be time to get a bit sick, maybe catch a cold.
Yeah, that's why I happened to bring a cloth with long sleeves. And
Did
I
you
think
plan
that's,
that?
I did actually, because
good
it's
idea.
not my first time visiting a cave.
Yes.
So if you bring your kids especially, it's really a must item.
Yeah, because they're going to be in shorts and t-shirt in the summer.
Yeah.
And then when they go in there, it's really easy for them to feel a bit sick, getting so cold quickly. Good
Exactly.
tip. You got some messages?
Yeah, from Tropic Girl. Oh, that is so beautiful. Well done. The displays make it all seem so mystical. That's the response I was looking for.
Yeah, like the
I'm
gold
glad you liked
things
it.
that were hanging everywhere.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. And I remember there was this area that looked like Aladdin's cave or something, right?
Right.
With loads of gold coins and
Yeah,
things.
there were spots where they have the figures of Gollum and Gandalf, those famous animation characters. Very playful and fun.
Yeah,
that
not-
kids would like it.
Not necessarily Korean, but universal, right?
Yeah.
Silver Granny Lynn said there's a cave in Kentucky that we went to, and you had to take a boat through it. And at some points, you had to lie down flat in the boat.
Wow.
I'd be too
Why?
scared
down
of that.
on the boat?
Yeah, so that you didn't hit the roof of the cave. I'd be so scared that rain would occur and then flood the cave.
know.
Right? And even with Gwangmyeong, I feel scared about that, but I don't think they've had any episodes like that. They've drained it well and stuff, right? It's fairly safe. You got another one?
Yeah, from Steve. Wow, such a flashy entrance. I've never seen such a cave with tech lights, decor, and effects. Yeah, I agree with this. I mean, compared to 만장굴 in Jeju Island and 고시동굴 in Yeongwol, these elements really made this cave kind of stand out, different from other caves.
Oh.
And you might not like it if you want that natural vibe.
Yeah.
But you have to know this cave is really huge. So there are other places that doesn't have flashy lights. So,
Sure.
yeah.
I think I went to one in Samcheok in that area called the Hwansongul.
Oh.
And it's like one of the biggest limestone caves, but that was literally completely natural. Like even the floor was just this steel kind of platform on top of the rocks, and so you could just experience it like that. So we do have natural ones in Korea, but this, as Jen has mentioned, is great for families.
I think there are pros and cons to that. It's definitely very convenient for kids or seniors to visit in Gwang Myeong Cave.
Yeah.
But you might feel like you're in an entertainment park, amusement park. A little bit.
Yeah, half that kind of thing as well. Noor asking an interesting question. I don't know if you know the answer, Jen. I don't. Can you bring pets inside?
Wow, I didn't see any warning sign. I don't remember, but there was nobody who brought a pet.
Yeah,
So I don't think so.
I wonder if dogs would get a bit freaked out in there, right?
Yes.
And in Korea these days, you can take your pets to many more places.
Right.
Yesterday,
Like in shopping malls and yeah.
yeah, I was in Songdo on the boats in Central Park Lake.
Yeah.
And people brought their dogs on the boats. I saw multiple people do that. And I was like, Korea has changed so much.
So much.
Yeah, they are welcome in many places. You got one final message as well?
By Benchmark. Woo! It's like a whole new renovated space. Yeah.
It's a
That
souped-up
renovated
cave.
part really shows how people might take it. Beautiful, but a little bit artificial, grand.
Well, like you said, it's only been open since 2012,
Yeah.
right? So the history's quite short. So it's still looking really gleaming and new. And they seem to be like augmenting it with new facilities all the time. And as you said, it used to be just a storage space for the shrimp, what 새우젓 kind of thing.
That's right.
The fermented shrimp.
Right. So there used to be a huge flood. And in 1972, there was a massive flood. And the remaining mine stones rushed out of the cave throughout the surrounding area. That's why this was one of the reasons why it got shut down. And for the next several decades, it was used to mature pickled shrimp.
Because of the
새우젓.
temperatures, I guess, right? They're perfect for it not going rotten and stuff like that. I have seen that in other caves as well, but this would be a massive storage space for that. In your second video then, Jen, what are we going to focus in on?
Right, so in the second video, I'm going to show you wine cave. So instead of the 새우젓, the shrimp,
Yes.
they are storing a lot of wines produced across the peninsula. And last but not least, we're going to see the story of the miners, 광부들.
Oh, nice. Okay, let's check it out.
Yep, so this is the wine cave.
Oh, looks kind of romantic. You're drinking
is.
way too much there, Jen.
And there is a tasting table, but it's not currently available because of the pandemic.
But they're selling wine there.
Right, you can buy the products. So it's worth to check it out. And this is a cafe.
Oh.
It was pretty huge than it looks.
Wow, deep into the cave, right?
Very deep, but clearly there weren't many people because of the pandemic. And it's worth to know that this place shows a good, painful side of Korean modern history. And there you're seeing the scribbles made by the miners.
Oh, their notes.
Right, and the holes where they had to dig to mine the golds, stones,
Wasn't
silvers.
some of this like forced under Japanese rule as
Exactly.
well? Oh, I see.
Yeah, so this is a photo of the pickled shrimps storage
Those
can.
massive barrels.
Very massive.
Wow.
And there's also a museum.
Within the
As you
cave.
said, it was exploited by the Japanese during the colonial era.
The conditions must have been terrible.
Afterward, we had wars, so people had to hid themselves in the cave.
They fled to Gwang Myeong Cave.
Right. And there you're seeing a woman delivering the baby.
Oh my goodness. I do remember those little figurines, and it was really interesting to see the different levels where the miners were.
Right.
It obviously wasn't as nice as it is now, right? There was no wine cellar
Not at
for the
all.
workers back then.
Exactly. So the last scene, actually, I was it was heartbreaking to see because have you heard of 굴땡이?
No, what does that mean?
So 굴 means cave
Yeah.
in Korean pure language. So it's showing that during the Korean War, while people were hiding themselves in the cave, some women delivered babies in the cave.
Well, that's a historical fact.
Right. It's
Wow.
a fact. And those babies people used to call 굴땡이.
For being born in the caves.
Born in the cave.
That's an interesting claim to fame when you're older. I was born in a cave. Did you know that?
I know.
Quite tragic as well.
It
I hope they
is.
were okay and healthy because the lack of sunlight is surely not good for people, right?
Yeah, they had no other choice because we were under the war for like 3 years, between 50 to 53.
Yeah.
And this cave used to be called as 시흥광산, not 광명.
Oh.
First established in 1903, according to some recordings.
That's when the cave started to be used.
And in 1912, the cave was reestablished by the Japanese under the Japanese name. And as you can assume, a lot of people were forced
Yeah.
to work under this harsh environment. And as you said, there were no lights. The roads were very rough, so a lot of
Sure.
people were killed, obviously,
Yeah.
lost their lives.
I saw a bit that they were talking about, you know, planting explosives to do the mining and stuff and how accidents could happen there. And outdoors, there's this area that used to be used, I think, for the carts that would transport like the precious metals and rocks outside. So there
Right.
is some outdoor areas. In front of the cave as well, there's a little like stream that comes down the hill and a nice kind of courtyard where you can eat
Yeah.
and drink. That's also lovely, I thought, right?
Yeah.
Not just within the cave itself. Chiyoung Kang says, it's so nice to hear you introducing Manjang Cave in Jeju Island because I currently live here. I'm also listening to the radio station from
Oh.
Jeju live. Thanks for being interested in our island. We love Jeju
Wow, we
Island,
love
Jiyoung.
Jeju.
That's the only place we have our FM dial. Please send us some photos of Manjang
Yeah,
Cave if you've
please
got them.
do.
We can show them in part 3 today. Our username on Kakao Talk is DailyK. Fingers crossed we can get some.
Yeah.
Let's play another song and we'll be back with some of your messages as well as your photos and videos. Hupfelt featuring Kim Hyo-eun, Summertime. We're back for part 3 of K-Patch with Jen in the studio. We've taken you to the Gwang Myeong Cave. That's the name now, but used to be known as the Siheung something or other caves.
시흥광산.
Yeah, because Siheung and Gwangmyeong now are like
Yeah.
kind of bordering. They're very close together. Siheung's also a fun place to go. They've got a big outlet there if you want to check it out for shopping.
Yeah.
Some more messages. Steve said, it's so cool, a history museum in a cave. I've got to check that out. Yeah, there's so many things in there, right? The
Yeah.
aquarium, the wine bar, the museum. There's also, did you go to the big place where they had like a laser kind of projection show? Like, I think it's at the end of
Right.
the aquarium and then they show you this kind of moving video
Yeah,
image.
exactly. There was this spot like where they had performances, and I did actually check it out.
Yeah.
But one of the reasons that I didn't include it in the video was, I mean, we're under a very difficult time, pandemic,
Sure.
and there were just so many people
Oh,
compacted
really?
in that space.
Wow. Everyone wearing a mask, but still close together.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's a very humid place as well.
So even in the summertime, the humidity, even though it's cold, is high in the cave.
Yeah, because
Oh,
you can
wow.
see actually the water drops not along the road that people walk, but you can see they did something on the ceiling
The
to
condensation.
dampen the water, I think, and the
Oh.
streamlines as well.
Yeah.
So it's pretty humid.
I remember though, even when I went, I think in the autumn and spring, it's always humid in there, I
Yeah.
think, but maybe even worse in the summertime, right? But as I was saying to Jen, and I think is true, hot and humid versus cold and humid, I'm going to choose cold and humid.
Yeah.
It's not the best, but it's better than 37 degrees, right?
Right.
You got a message as well?
Yeah, from Colin, what an amazing place. And I don't even drink. If I were to get married, I'd have the honeymoon in a place like that.
Oh, in like the wine
Wow.
cellar.
Isn't this like the best compliment you can get?
I think
about
so.
the spa? Honeymoon. I mean,
Yeah.
that's very thank you for saying that.
I think K-dramas have been filmed there, if I'm not mistaken, a few, because it's such an unique backdrop, like an actual cave bar, not just a decorated one. We didn't mention how much it is to get in, Jen. The entry.
The entrance fee is 6,000원, 6,000 won for adult,
That's so cheap.
and 3,000 for kid.
Wow, so less than like $6 and $3 respectively. Unbelievable stuff. Okay, we've got lots of your photos and videos to show as well. If you want to send them in, you're still not too late. Kakao Talk, our username is Daily K. And Ing Yin from Malaysia has said this. Batu Caves is one of Kuala Lumpur's most frequented tourist attractions. It's a limestone hill comprising of 3 major caves and a number of smaller ones. That looks huge. Look how tiny the people are in
Very
there.
high.
Looks like Lord of the
deep.
Rings. Like, I can imagine
is.
Gandalf at the top, like, bellowing down.
And the sunlight that
Yeah.
comes down.
That's rather unique,
so
isn't
beautiful.
it? Yeah, there's no points in the Gwang Myeong Cave, from what I can remember, where there's sunlight directly
Not at
shining
all.
in. That's unbelievable. You said incorporated with the interior limestone formation, said to be around 400 million years old.
Wow.
There's a 100-year-old temple considered an important religious landmark by Hindus. This is the photo I took when I was going for photojournalism class. That's brilliant. Thank you very much.
A temple in the cave.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
So beautiful. I want to check it
It would
out.
be really mysterious, I feel.
Yeah.
You got something from the Caribbean?
From Tropic Girl.
Yeah.
I'm trying the various topics together here. Visited St. Vincent, the Grenadines. They also catch whales just for community consumption. They call them the blackfish.
Oh, okay. And then you've sent in
thank
some
you.
photos of the caves here in the rocks, it says.
There are caves in the rocks where the sugar was stored to keep it cool and safe before loading onto ships. So it's a universal phenomenon, I guess.
To
Storing
keep things
foods.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the Caribbean, there was a lot of slavery to like get sugar from sugar cane. And I've seen videos and documentaries of the terrible conditions there, but this was used for sugar storage, it seems. Wowzers.
Interesting. Sugars.
And then you also say parts of the Pirates of the Caribbean film were filmed here. Oh my goodness, I love that film with Johnny Depp. Have you seen?
Yeah, I did.
That means it was really in the Caribbean. And you said in a straight line across from Black Point is Waliabu Bay, which was Port Royal. That's where some of the scenes were filmed. And I can imagine some of those
Interesting.
caves being featured as well. Lots of pirate history in that neck of the woods. Thank you very much for that, Tropic Girl.
Thank you.
We've also got Lynn from North Carolina who sent in these amazing ones. He said, these are the scenes from Linville Cave, about 30 minutes from where I live. In the Civil War, Confederate soldiers hid in there for extended periods, hiding from Union soldiers. Just like Gwang Myeong and people
Exactly,
hiding from Japanese
yeah.
rule. They also used it to store provisions, food. You're right, it's universal. And then you've also sent in some pictures of the Bat Cave. And I was a little confused. I thought, did you mean like where Batman lives? It's not that. It's where actual bats live. And you said, this is North Carolina. Oh my God, we just saw them there hanging from the top.
Beautiful.
An hour from my home, and it's no longer open to go caving in. So to protect the diminishing population of bats, they call it home. People visit there at dusk to watch the flight of bats leaving the cave and beginning their nightly hunt.
Look at all those bats.
That's
There's so many.
Kind of spooky a little bit. They're just hanging
They
upside
look
down.
cute to me.
I love that you have such a wide open heart there, Jen. Those would freak me out so much. There are no bats in the caves in, what's it called, in Gwang
Gwang
Myeong.
Myeong Cave. No. Yeah.
I'm sure we do have bats in Korea, but I don't know where they live and if there is anywhere to go and view them, right? They're not like a common thing to go and see in nature.
No. it's interesting though, right? Because we have a lot of mountains. It's such a mountainous country.
Yeah.
But I just realized that seeing all those caves, those look very natural and it does. I can see the difference. Like for Gwang Myeong Cave, it's more artificial in a way that for a long time it was digged. So there are levels of basements. And as I remember, there were like more than 6 basements.
Oh,
so
wow.
level 6 to 7 or something.
You just keep going down
Just
and
going
down.
down. So no sunlight, no bats.
I remember there, if you don't want to go down the stairs, you can enjoy it. I think even with a wheelchair, one of our listeners often asks that question. I think with a wheelchair, there's no stairs that you need to traverse from the entrance on that one level. And then if you want to go further down, you'd need to take the stairs.
I think you're right. And one of the things that I found it pretty interesting for Gwang Myeong Cave is that there were staffs standing in almost every entrance of different themes of roads. Like in the Golden Road, there's another staff. And they actually guide differently. So if you're with kids or seniors, they guide with more comfortable direction.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They say this route is easier on the legs and whatnot. Raul says in Argentina, we have the Cave of Hands in Santa Cruz province. It's called that because of the hand pictograms on the wall. Oh, so it's got some of the engravings like down in Ulsan with the whales, but of hands. That seems a little freaky to me. I'm just easily freaked out, I think, Jen. Thank you so much for all of your photos and your messages as well. Some of you, including Siska, mentioning that you wanted to send in photos of Manjangul Cave in Jeju, but it's just so dark inside, so you can't see anything.
Very rocky and rough. So it was much harder for me to
like,
digest. And I was pregnant, by the way, that time.
And you went in the cave?
Yes.
Goodness gracious, you are a brave lady, Jen. Let's leave it there for this week. Do we know where we're going next Monday, Jen?
So next week, big day is coming up, which is Emancipation Day of Korea.
Okay.
So I tried to find a place fitting to that theme, and we are about to explore the Hyochang Park, where we have a lot of historic figures who worked so hard, sacrificed their lives for the Korean emancipation.
That park is kind of dedicated to a lot of those figures, right in the heart of Seoul. We look forward to that. And remember, listeners, we'd love your videos and photos for a similar theme. If you've been or had a colonial past and then were freed, are there any places that are dedicated to people who made that happen? Jen, as ever, have a wonderful week. Stay relatively dry in the humid rain.
I'll try that. You too.
And we'll
have
see
a nice
you
week.
next Monday. Leon, let's play your song request from Singapore. You've asked for this from EXO, Unfair, 불공평해.